Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, entitled Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, Text 16. Yo va aham cha girishascha vibhu swayam cha स्थित्युद्भव प्रलय हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपद्ववृध एक उरुप्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भव प्रलय हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपाद्ववृद एक उरु प्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भव प्रलय हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपाद्ववृद एक गुरु प्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भव प्रलय हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपादववृत एक पुरु प्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय स्थित्युद्भव हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपादववृत एक पुरु प्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय यो वा अहं च गिरिशश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भव प्रलय हेतव आत्ममूलम् भित्वा त्रिपादववृद एक उरु प्ररोहस् तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय. Mataji. यो वा अहं च गिरिश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थित्युद्भवस्देकहुरुमूलम् Vitva tripadavavridaheka uru prarohas. Tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvanadrumaya. Yoga aham cha girishascha vibhu swayam cha. Stitudbhava pralaya hetava atma moolam. Vitva tripadava vrida eka uru prarohas. Tasmai namo bhagavate bhuvanadrumaya. Word by word translation. Yaha, one who, vai, certainly, aham cha, also I, girisha cha, also Shiva, Vibhuva, the Almighty, Swayam, personality as Vishnu, Cha, and Sthiti, maintenance, Udbhava, creation, Pralaya, dissolution, Hetavaha, the causes, Atmamulam, self-rooted, Bhitva, having penetrated, Tripat, three trunks, Vavridhe, grew, Ekaha, one without a second, Uru, many, Prarohaha, branches, Tasmai, unto him, Namaha, obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the personality of Godhead, Bhuvanadrumaya, unto the tree of the planetary system. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Your Lordship is the primary root of the tree of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Purport. The cosmic manifestation is grossly divided into three worlds, the upper, lower, and middle planetary systems. And then it broadens into the cosmos of 14 planetary systems, with the manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the supreme root. Material nature, which appears to be the cause of the cosmic manifestation, is only the agency or energy of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.10. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Only under the superintendence of the Supreme Lord does material nature appear to be the cause of all creation, maintenance, and dissolution. The Lord expands himself into three, Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, for maintenance, creation, and destruction respectively. Of the three principal agents controlling the three modes of material nature, Vishnu is the Almighty. Even though he is within the material nature for the purpose of maintenance, he is not controlled by the laws of material nature. The other two, Brahma and Shiva, although almost as greatly powerful as Vishnu, are within the control of the material energy of the Supreme Lord. The conception of many gods controlling the many departments of material nature is ill-conceived of by the foolish pantheist. God is one without a second, and he is the primal cause of all causes. As there are many department heads of governmental affairs, so there are many heads of management of the universal affairs. Due to a poor fund of knowledge, the impersonalist does not believe in the personal management of things as they are. But in this verse, it is clearly explained that everything is personal and nothing is impersonal. We have already discussed this point in the introduction. And it is confirmed here in this verse. The tree of the material manifestation is described in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita as an Ashwatha tree, whose root is upwards. We have actual experience of such a tree when we see the shadow of a tree on the bank of a reservoir of water. The reflection of the tree on the water appears to hang down from its upward roots. The tree of creation described here is only a shadow of the reality, which is Parabrahman, Vishnu. In the internal potential manifestation of the Vaikuntha Lokas, the actual tree exists, and the tree reflected in the material nature is only the shadow of this actual tree. The impersonalist theory that Brahman is void of all variegatedness is false, because the shadow tree described in the Bhagavad Gita cannot exist without being the reflection of a real tree. The real tree is situated in the eternal existence of spiritual nature, full of transcendental varieties, and Lord Vishnu is the root of that tree also. The root is the same, the Lord, both for the real tree and the false, but the false tree is only the perverted reflection of the real tree. The Lord, being the real tree, is here offered obeisances by Brahma on his own behalf and also on behalf of Lord Shiva. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So first I beg for the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas, my senior God brothers, all the Vaishnavas who are assembled here, those who are watching online. I beg for the blessings to speak on this wonderful topic, Srimad Bhagavatam. We are discussing from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the 9th chapter, entitled Brahma's Prayer for Creative Energy. I'll repeat the translation. Your Lordship is the prime root of the planetary systems. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Hare Krishna. So welcome to all the devotees for today's Sunday Feast class. So the background for this verse, in the previous chapter we have read that Lord Brahma has appeared in the lotus sprouting from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. After appearing in such a transcendental fashion, see, we have to understand what Lord Brahma is, the foremost person of this universe and very transcendental personality. Not everyone gets to be born from a lotus flower, sprouting directly from the navel of the Lord. So he is Swayambhu in one sense. He is born from the navel of the Lord. And after he is born, he appears. He sees only darkness everywhere. He's not able to understand who I am, why am I here, what am I supposed to do, nothing. He goes up and down the stem of the lotus flower searching for answers, but he's not able to find. Finally, he gets the darshan. He performs tapasya for a very, very long time, and he gets darshan of the Supreme Lord. He sees the Lord, and he sees the ingredients for creation. The raw materials. It's like the chef sees, a kitchen full of ingredients. And then to create anything, we need some inspiration. We need some sphurti. And that is what over here, Brahmaji is praying to the Lord. He's offering his prayers to the Lord for creative energy. So first in this chapter, he starts by glorifying the form of the Lord. So he glorifies the Lord's beautiful form. Then he speaks about the predicament, the problem of the conditioned souls, meaning all of us. That why we are not able to surrender to the Lord despite the Lord being present in front of us. Then he speaks about how the Lord reciprocates with the various devotees. And in this section from verse 14 to 21, today we are reading verse 16. In this section, he offers obeisances to the Lord, various aspects of the Lord. So in verse number 14, he offers obeisances to the Brahman and the Lord in the form of Bhagavan. In yesterday's verse, he offers obeisances to the very merciful holy names. And today's verse, he is glorifying the Lord as the root of the cosmic tree. Okay, so it's a very interesting metaphor that Lord Brahma is giving, that, if the whole material world can be compared to a tree, a very massive tree, then the Lord is the root of that tree. So let us try to discuss today a little bit about this, that what is this? There are 2 or 3 beautiful statements that Srila Prabhupada makes in the purport. So we'll try and emphasize on those points. So first, the Lord is the prime root of the material creation as well as spiritual creation. So this is a very nice point Srila Prabhupada makes in the purport, that the Lord is the root not just of what we see in material creation, but even spiritual. So there is a root that that is root of the tree of this material creation, and there is a root that is the root of the spiritual creation. But he is the Lord of both. He is the root of both. Now, from our perspective, we look at this material world. We are able to visually experience a very, very, very minuscule part of the material creation. Think about it. How much we are able to see in the material creation. How little we are able to see. If you look into the sky, of course, in Mumbai, we look in the sky, we see only smoke. We don't see the stars and planets. But if you go to GV, for example, you go to some village, there you're able to see the sky full of stars and planets. But what you can make out from that? क्या पता चलता है आपको? क्या दिखता है? What you can make out? You can just see that there are some stars, tim करते तारे. Some stars are shining. You can see some planets which are not shining, just, dull light. You can't make out anything about the size of the universe by seeing it. You know that it is huge, but you can't make out anything. To give you an idea, we say that the material scientists explain that there are many, many galaxies which form the universe. The universe that you and me can see or assume that it is like this. Okay? The scientists say there are many, many galaxies that make up one universe. And as we understand from scripture, there are many such universes. Now, to give you an idea how large this universe is, just to give you a small idea about how large this universe is, the galaxy in which we live, anyone knows the name of this galaxy where we live? Milky Way. Very interesting, no? Milky Way. So the Milky Way galaxy, it is described that the size of the Milky Way galaxy, diameter, okay, is about 100,000, 1 lakh, okay, 1 lakh light years in diameter. Try to understand. See, 1 light year is the amount of time that light travels in 1 year, okay? Now, it is said that the light coming from the sun to the earth travels here in how many minutes? Anyone knows? Yeah, 7 to 8 minutes, right? 7 to 8 minutes, the sun, which is 93 million miles away from the earth, that light is traveling in 7 minutes from the sun to here. Okay? Now, how much time that light will travel in 1 year? 93 million in 7 seconds. So in 1 minute it's maybe traveling maybe 800 million miles. Okay? 800 million miles in 1 minute. Multiply by 60 for 1 hour, multiply by 60 multiply by 24 for 1 day, multiply by 365 1 year. So how much distance that is? That is 1 light year. Like that, 100,000 light years is Milky Way galaxy. Okay? Now, for those of you who have ever had any interest, see, we used to study solar system in school. School में geography में हमको सिखाया होगा solar system, what are the planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, like that. We would have studied solar system. And solar system is so large, we cannot even see the end of the solar system. With our most powerful telescopes, we cannot even see the end of the solar system. Pluto was discovered in 1930. Pluto, said to be the 9th planet of the solar system, rotating around the sun. But after some years, maybe 40, 50 years, they say, no, sorry, Pluto is not a planet. Pluto is something else. Okay, but Pluto, that is the extent to which our Voyagers and everything has gone. Uske aage apne ko pata nahi. And that itself, that solar system is so huge. We can't see that solar system. That solar system, in comparison to the, I said that the galaxy, Milky Way, solar system is a part of the Milky Way. Okay, it is a small part. Now, how small part, let's understand. If Milky Way is 100,000 light years, right? The solar system is 0.0000775 light years in diameter. Okay? So it is about 12 million times smaller, 12 million times smaller than the Milky Way, the whole solar system. So we can understand what is the size of this creation. We have no, and this galaxy is one small galaxy. It is not the largest galaxy. The sun is not the largest star. The one small galaxy amidst so many. There is another galaxy which they have said called Andromeda galaxy. One more, okay? उसके आगे किसी को पता नहीं, हमको भी पता नहीं, किसी को भी, maybe others know, I don't know. 2 galaxies, and they say, the scientists themselves say that there are, पता नहीं, thousands and millions of such galaxies in this observable universe. This is what is this material creation of our universe where we are living. Okay? It is so huge, and we are able to experience visually such a tiny, minuscule part of this universe. This is material nature. Okay? When we say material nature, अपने को लगता है कि ऐसा कुछ दो फूल देख लिया तो हम लोग ने material nature देख लिया. You know, then we are biggest fool actually. Material nature is all of this in its hugeness, in its vastness. And that same material nature which is so vast and so huge is also so tiny. It is so tiny that, you know, to give you an example of how tiny the material nature can get, okay? We know that what flows in our body? Blood. Blood flows through the veins and arteries. But after veins and arteries, it branches out into capillaries. Who knows how many capillaries how much length the capillaries in our body are? 40,000 kilometers worth of capillaries are there in your body and mine, each of us. 40,000 capillaries, and the width of that, the diameter of that capillary it is so tiny. It is 50 times thinner than a baby's hair. Baby's hair is very thin, no? बहुत पतला रहता है. It is 50 times thinner than a baby's hair, and there is 40,000 kilometers in this body. Can you imagine? So nature can be so vast that you can't see the end of it. And it can be so tiny that you can't see the beginning of it. So intricate this material nature is. And in the body, there are cells, right? We know. पढ़ा भी होगा स्कूल में बायोलॉजी वगैरह में, मतलब ओमिट किया होगा बहुत लोगों ने, मैंने भी किया था. But अभी now, after coming to Krishna consciousness, I read with more attention because I realize, my God, what is this creation? It's so unbelievable. You know, the cell that is there in our body, we have an average adult like us, has about 30 trillion cells in the human body. कितने? 30 trillion. That's 30 followed by 12 zeros. That many cells are there in your body. Okay? There are 200 types of cells in your body. 200 types. Muscle cell, skin cell, this cell, that cell. 200 types of cells in your body. And all of this starts from how many cells? One cell. It all starts from one cell, which then divides automatic. It's not that the baby inside the body is saying that, okay, now let me change into this. Okay, now's the time for skin cells to appear. Now's the time for the bones to appear. No, it's all happening automatic. Mother is the greatest chemical engineer, producing everything, automatic, you know. So, there are 30 trillion cells of 200 types like this, okay? And inside each cell, I'll stop here because abhi chakkar aani chalu hoega, okay? Inside each cell, each of those 30 trillion cells inside our body, inside each of these cells is like a city practically. It's unbelievable. It is said that there are billions of biochemical molecules within a cell, billions of them, within one cell, that are interacting in various ways. They are receiving nutrition, they are receiving energy, they are stored in something called mitochondria, and then that is being, distributed. The cell derives its energy. That from those cellular energy, we get our energy to perform our tasks. Matlab, in those most coordinated and complex ways, at a micro molecular level, things are happening inside the body, and at the universe level, something is happening which is so huge. So all this is performed by whom? Material nature. Krishna abhi tak aaya nahi picture mein. This is material nature. Material nature itself is doing all this. So We are able to experience how much of this? Kvachit, very, very tiny, minuscule, very atomic portion, not even atomic. We are not able to experience anything. We don't understand anything on material. See, when you really put your effort to understand, chakkar aata hai, dekh ke. This is actually, chakkar aata hai sun ke. It's too much to understand, to even accept. But this is true. This is all scientific knowledge from Google and Wikipedia. खुद का कहीं स्क्रिप्चर से नहीं उठाया है. This is from Wikipedia. So this is scientifically accepted that this is what the material world is. No one stops to think, how is all of this happening? How is 40,000 kilometers of capillaries fit inside this body? कभी सोचा है? Any of you have ever tried to make a stuffed toy? वो stuffed toy रहता ना, जिसमें वो रुई डाल के बनाते हैं. I had made in my school. We had a project we had made. वो रुई डालना वो डाल के अंदर, it's so tough, and then you have to stitch it up, so it doesn't come out. So tough. Human body, effortlessly, mother produces baby after baby, and that baby has got 40,000, not 40,000, maybe baby has got maybe 20,000. 20,000 inside a baby. It's unbelievable, right? So this is the material creation. So Prabhupada says that the scriptures describe the 3 planetary systems. For simplicity, अपना मतलब हम लोग को बहुत ज़्यादा bewilder नहीं होना चाहिए. So in the universe there are 3 planetary systems. There is the lower planetary system, there is the middle planetary system where we live, and there is the upper planetary system, which is where the the higher souls live. So these are 3 planetary systems. Then that 3 is, Prabhupada says, further divided into 14 planetary systems. 14. 3 का पहले 3 is for simplicity. Lower, middle, and upper. Then those lower, middle, and upper are split into 14 planetary systems, which is so massive that we cannot even imagine. हम लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते. We cannot even imagine how large this universe is. Brahma Anda, Brahmanda. It's in the shape of an egg, as it is described in our scripture. And it is like a tree, like if you go to a big forest, a very, very dense forest, like an Amazon forest, which is there in South America. You go to the Amazon forest, there you will see such massive trees. So massive. You can't see the start and end of it. मतलब उसका आपका पूरा diameter भी दिखता नहीं है. इतना बड़ा है वो. So big. So this material creation is like that, like this massive tree, which you cannot even see the start of and the end of. A very large tree has got branches in all directions. If you see, forget a very large tree, you go to any ordinary tree. Babulnath, you go to some ordinary tree over there, and you see, वो tree का आपको कितना, if someone gives you assignment, just count how many branches. Just count how many branches are there in this tree. I'm not saying leaves. Just the branches. Is it possible? बहुत मुश्किल है. By the time you have counted, branches, more branches come. By the time you count the leaves, more leaves manifest. This is what material nature is. Constantly growing, constantly producing. So, Lord Brahma is saying that this is the material universe which is so huge. And he's saying that you, my Lord, Supreme Lord, you are the root of that tree, which we cannot see the start and the end of. You are the root of that tree. And of all trees in that forest. You may say that, okay, that a big tree which is there, he's the root of all the trees in the forest. Jai Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki. So he's the root of all trees in the forest and all forests everywhere. हम लोग को दिखता नहीं है जो forest, वहाँ पे भी he is the root of that. He is the root cause of all that we see and all that we can't see. And then he mentions, Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport that Krishna is the root cause of everything that manifests in the spiritual world also. Like we discuss about Lord Balaram, after Lord Krishna, his first incarnation is Lord Balaram. And Lord Balaram actually manifests the entire spiritual world. Everything. Lord Krishna's paraphernalia, his flute, his vastra, his footwear, the whole Goloka Vrindavan, everything you see in the spiritual world is actually Lord Balaram. And everything you see in this material world also is the Lord only. In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 12th verse, in one sense, I am everything. So, it's a very sobering thought. In one sense, Krishna says, I am everything. What a statement the Lord is making. I am everything. 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 Everything is Krishna only. Just it is either his superior energy, his inferior energy, or his marginal energy. Everything is Krishna. And this material nature, you know, if for the uninitiated, for those who have not come in touch with the books of Srila Prabhupada, those who have not had the fortune to read scriptures, it is very easy for them to think material nature is everything. You know, before we came into Krishna consciousness, we used to come in a lot of people, a lot of spiritual people, a lot of, you know, a lot of friends. बहुत लोग कुछ बोलते हैं. So if you would ask them, क्या तू भगवान में मानता है क्या? बोला हाँ मैं भगवान में मानता है. कौन है भगवान? वो है कुछ तो एक एनर्जी है, नेचर है. And many people accept material nature as God. And you can't blame them. We just discussed what is the magnitude of material nature and what is the small, you know, the fine, intricate part of material nature. So, a lot of people, when they see material nature, they think material nature is only the cause of material nature. You know, but Srila Prabhupada is very beautifully explaining here in the purport that material nature, which appears to be the cause of cosmic material manifestation, is only the agency or energy of the Lord. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. Only under the superintendence of the Supreme Lord does material nature appear to be the cause of all creation, maintenance and dissolution. So, let us discuss, this is a very powerful point that Prabhupada is making. So let us discuss this a little bit. He says that a lot of us under the misconception that nature is cause of everything. लगता है, because why we feel that way? Why do we feel that material nature is only everything? ये कोई भगवान है नहीं. Because material nature is so powerful, it's so wonderful, right? When we see the material nature, what do we see? Think about it. We seems to be some sort of a self-sustaining mechanism. अपने आप को sustain करने वाला mechanism दिखता है अपने को material nature में. You know, it is like an ecosystem. And it's so brilliantly designed and it is operating so independently that one may tend to forget the creator. जरूरत ही नहीं है अपने को creator का सोचें, हाँ nature में ही इतना सब कुछ है. Why we have to go? You know, like sometimes we read about in scriptures about heavenly planets. No? We read, no? In the 3rd canto itself, there is a description of Vaikuntha planet. In various other places, there are description of heavenly planets. But we can see heavenly planet on earth also. यहाँ पे भी अपने को मतलब almost like heavenly planets, beautiful places, untouched by fools, you know, human beings who go and destroy everything. Beautiful, beautiful, glorious material nature. You can see over here also. So it is operating so nicely and everything so independently. Human beings कितना भी उसमें हस्तक्षेप करे, कितना भी interfere करे, material nature चलते रहता है. Keeps going on very nicely, right? So one may tend to forget that there is a creator of this nature. There is a creator and controller of this nature. That's why Brahma is reminding us. We see how this nature operates, how perfectly it is maintaining everything in this universe. Like for instance, we see that the universe, the scientists accept that the universe is forever expanding. Okay? That means over a period of time, this universe is getting bigger. Okay? Whether universe is getting bigger or they are discovering more universes because of more powerful telescopes or mathematical models, we don't know. Okay? But universe is expanding. That means constantly the planets, the stars, the comets, the meteoroids, the asteroids, all of them are moving all the time. Nothing is, it's not like stationary. बन गया अभी खड़े रहो वहीं पे. No. The earth is rotating, the earth is revolving. The sun is rotating, the sun is revolving. The whole planetary system, solar system, is revolving. The whole Milky Way is revolving. And the whole Milky Way is rotating and revolving. It's quite inconceivable. We cannot even imagine. And while all this is happening, nothing is colliding with each other. Nothing is collapsing. You try to think, if you hold this like this and you leave it, it immediately falls down because of the laws of gravity. Sorry. Because of the laws of gravity, everything just immediately falls down. But in the space, such massive planets and stars, they don't fall down. They just keep rotating in their orbits. Not just now, for billions and trillions of years it has been going on. Just going on. Now, you may say, oh, that's okay. That is because of gravity. All right. Then because of gravity, why don't they just collapse into each other? Gravity से अगर आप बोले कि gravity है, see, gravity pulls things down. The sun holds the planets by gravity. But that gravity should also pull them closer to each other. So the universe should all merge into one box, चुप करके होना चाहिए. But वो नहीं हो रहा है. So many billions of years have passed. But the sun is where it is, and the earth is where it is. It is coming closer, but at such a minuscule rate that you can practically ignore it. So just think that nature has been designed in such a way, the gravitational force is so perfect value that all the planets and stars and everything don't collide into each other. At the same time, they don't spread away from each other. They could be just going off in all directions. So just perfect gravitational constant, and it keeps it held. All the bodies that we see on this planet Earth, human body, plant body, animal body, insect body, all of them operate perfectly by design till they don't. Just think, when we are young, when we are 15, 20, 30 years old, at that time अपने को लगता नहीं है कि अरे यार दुनिया को ऐसे हाथों में ले लेंगे, we'll do anything, I can do anything. ऐसा उल्टी ऐसा गुलाटी मार सकते हैं, उल्टा गुलाटी मार सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. यूथ में you can do anything ना. You feel कि अरे I used to do cartwheels. वो cartwheel मालूम है? I knew how to do cartwheel. I was very proud of it. मेरे को cartwheel करना आता है. छोटे बच्चे लोग करते हैं, but at the age of 15, 16, I could do cartwheels. So I was very proud of it. Now if I try a cartwheel, मेरे को फिर cart में लेके जाना पड़ेगा. ऐसा हाल है. So the body is so perfectly designed, that everything goes on properly. Just see, a child is born, the child grows up, the child, becomes a young person, then gets married, has children, then those children grow up, then this person starts dwindling slowly, and then at one point the person dies. There are 6 transformations that Srila Prabhupada speaks about. So many things keep happening in the body continuously, but no one is doing those things. Material nature is organizing. At the appropriate time, a person gets typhoid. और तुम्हारा कर्मा था सफर करने का. किसी को डेंगू हो जाता है. I had got dengue way back 2012. I had got dengue once, and such a horrible experience. Anyone here who's got dengue before? Yeah, dengue is such a horrible experience. Dengue, whatever you pronounce. Call it by any name, it is miserable only. So when you get dengue, what happens is the fever is so high that you can't sleep. So I didn't know. I mean, first, I didn't know I had got dengue. I had got fever. So it didn't go, it was high fever. I got my blood tested. Blood test, it said typhoid. So doctor started giving typhoid medicine. Then that night, fever was so high, I couldn't sleep whole night. Then next night, again high fever. Again, I couldn't sleep. 2 nights in a row, I couldn't sleep even 1 minute. And after the second night, on the third day, I started talking gibberish. कुछ भी बड़बड़ बोलते हैं ना, बड़बड़. ब्रेन का इतना 2 रात नहीं सोया, ब्रेन का इतना संतुलन खराब हो गया, the balance went away so much that I started talking nonsense. My wife got very worried. इसको क्या हो गया? Then she called out Dwarkadish Prabhu. Dwarkadish Prabhu told me to get admitted. Got admitted. Then they figured out it is dengue. Okay? So, if material nature, which is going on like clockwork, खटाखट, सालों साल निकलते जा रहे, one fine day, suddenly you get dengue. Someone gets malaria. I heard this time there are a lot of malaria in the temple. A lot of devotees got. So it is a, material nature is organizing everything so nicely, so we don't think about it. When something goes wrong, तब अपने को चमकता, अरे यार ये तो problem है यार. Yeah? But regardless of so much death, so much disease, so much infanticide going on, so many wars, everything, so many disruptions that human beings are doing day in and day out, still there is a balance in nature. See how powerful material nature is, right? Only the nature that we are able to see on Earth planet. बाहर क्या हो रहा है हमको मालूम भी नहीं है. यहाँ पे जो दिख रहा है उससे अपने को समझता है that there is such a fantastic balance. After so many years of female infanticide, still the ratio is around 50-50 only. In some states maybe it is less, but the ratio of birth, some people have 3 daughters, some have 3 sons. But overall, you see, material nature balances it at 50-50. Material nature is so powerful. We see, despite our fantastic efforts, human beings' fantastic efforts at taking species towards extinction. बहुत मेहनत करते हैं human beings to kill plants, to kill animals, to kill insects. But still, all kinds of species are there. Mosquitoes, so many people must have done so much research to get rid of mosquitoes. People ask, what is the use of mosquitoes? Mosquitoes का इस nature में क्या फायदा? क्यों चाहिए ये mosquito? क्यों चाहिए ये cockroach? क्यों चाहिए ये pest? We call them pests, right? But the female cockroach sees the male cockroach as provider, as husband, as my, my loved one. And they are all species that are existing. No matter what you do, they will continue to exist. Because material nature wants it that way. आप चाहे जो DDT स्प्रे करो, हिट लगाओ, वो टेनिस रैकेट लगाओ, जो करना है कर लो. मॉस्किटो से कटना है, मलेरिया होना है तो होके रहेगा. Right? This is what material nature is. So powerful. There is so much we are doing, releasing so many effluents into the air. But still, the composition of the atmosphere is still 21% oxygen, 78% nitrogen. Even now. 100 साल हमने मेहनत किया बिगाड़ने का environment को. बिगाड़ा भी है, but still it is there. So how powerful is this material nature? You cannot imagine. Nutrients in the soil, right? That also we keep pouring all kinds of effluents into the soil. Our sewage, everything goes into the soil. But material nature is such a perfect recycler. She recycles everything. All the nonsense that, of course, we are now become so expert in throwing things into material nature which cannot be recycled. So material nature, few weeks back, there was a photo that had come of Juhu Beach and Warsaw Beach. The full beach, entire, all the sand was covered with plastic bottles. बीच में एक बार बहुत जोर से बारिश आया था ना. In the rains, the ocean said, कितना plastic फेंकोगे मेरे पे? चलो ले लो वापस. Fatak. In one shot, all the plastic came back onto the beach. मतलब नहीं, years and years of idiots throwing plastic into the ocean. Ocean said, अच्छा बेटा, take it back. And all came back, right? So nature has its way of organizing everything, managing a balance. Nutrients are there in the soil. That same soil which produces mangoes, produces oranges, produces, वो soil बोलते हैं मिट्टी में वो गुण है. Same soil, but it produces different things. So this is all material nature. The ocean, we see the ocean, we live close to the sea. The ocean doesn't cross its boundaries. Material nature is all. Imagine, रोज कितने force से waves आते हैं, You see how much force the waves come over here in Chowpatty Beach? So much force they come. But कितने भी force से आए, they don't cross the boundary. Imagine if the waters were crossing the boundary every day. No one can live on the coast. People love to live. All the big shots, big multi-billionaires, they all have houses close to the beach. Would anyone have? They would live as much inland as possible. पता नहीं कब वो आएगा अपने को खा जाएगा. Once in a blue moon, there was a massive earthquake somewhere. That time there was a tsunami, and Chennai mein hundreds and thousands of people died. Why? Because tsunami, because the ocean crossed its limit. But right now, it never does that. The rivers don't cross their boundaries. Rivers, look at rivers. The Godavari river, anyone knows where the Godavari river starts? Nasik. Where in Nasik? Some particular hill, uske andar se the Godavari river starts. And it flows all the way up to east coast, right? Kahan tak jata hai wo? Huh? Rajmundry in Andhra Pradesh. Godavari is starting in Nasik and she is flowing till Rajmundry and continuously flowing. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बार फ्लो हो गया सब पानी खत्म हो गया भाई अभी बस हो गया. No, it is going on forever. The Ganges are continuously flowing. Continuously. From time immemorial. क्या logic है? Rivers are regenerating and flowing continuously. And flowing towards the ocean. मतलब वो पानी खत्म हो गया है ना एक तरह से. वहां से निकला, हिमालय से निकला Ganges, Alaknanda, and it comes and it finally touches the ocean. तो हो गया ना खत्म. नहीं खत्म नहीं हुआ, वो पानी बहते रहता है. There is a cycle that recycles that water, provides it back to the Himalayas. The Himalaya freezes that water, stores it, and then slowly it melts and comes. क्या ये नेचर ने क्या परफेक्ट बना के रखा है, सोचो. All this is happening without us noticing. हमको मालूम भी नहीं ये सब चल रहा है, वो सब चल रहा है. The earth keeps providing food for all living entities. Everyone is taken care of. See, some people जिनका थोड़ा दान धर्म करने का ये है, वो pigeons के लिए वो कुछ दाना देते हैं, crows को कोई कुछ food, अभी पितृपक्ष चल रहा था तो पितृपक्ष में food देते हैं, and काले कुत्ते को बिस्किट खिलाते हैं, ऐसा कुछ and they feel very good about it, कि I am providing for this dog, I am, this cow I have sponsored, I am paying for this. Nice, very nice. But even if you don't do it, they will survive. Those dogs will survive, those pigeons will survive, those crows will survive, those cows will survive. They will find a way. Because material nature is providing for them, not you. We also survive because nature is providing. She is providing for all living entities. And at the appropriate time, there is a disposal system also. Nature has created a fantastic disposal system of bodies. See, in humans, what do? We either bury the body or we burn the body, right? But who buries the animals in the forest? When a tiger dies, who buries him? Who burns the body? When a mouse dies, what happens? Huh? The crows come and eat it. The crows come and destroy everything. सब कुछ तोड़ फोड़ के वो लोग खा लेते हैं. बचा हुआ, there are bacteria all around. They finish off everything. Clean process. End में कुछ भी नहीं बचता है. Everything is finished. So not just the creation, not just the maintenance, even the destruction is taken care by material nature. Right? And there's such a delicate balance that is maintained between the carnivores and the herbivores, the predators that you see, the lions, the tigers, the cheetahs, the leopards, all the wild animals, and the, the herbivores which are eaten by these predators. What a fantastic balance is there. अगर उनका population बहुत बढ़ गया herbivores का, then the predators will attack and kill them. And अगर उनका population बहुत कम हो जाता है, then the predators go hungry. उनको नहीं मिलता है खाने को. But nature के बनते, it will never happen that all the bison are killed, all the deers are finished. It will never happen. There will always be some of them to regenerate. The balance is maintained. So it's a kind of an inconceivable equilibrium. Balance, वो क्या बोलते हैं? Equilibrium को हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? संतुलन. एक तरह का अचिंत्य संतुलन. Inconceivable balance that is maintained by material nature. That material nature is creating all the species. Material nature is maintaining all the species. And material nature is destroying all the species. So it's not very difficult for someone to think that material nature ही भगवान है. For someone who doesn't know better, जिसको नहीं पता, वो सोच लेगा कि material nature ही सब कुछ है. I remember once His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj, a couple of years back, had come here. He was giving a Sunday feast class. So I asked him a question. Because, I follow a particular app, which is for tracking calories, how much you are eating, how many steps you have taken in the day, etc. ऐसे सब चीज़ के लिए वो app है. So app में every food item that we eat during the day, okay, you have to put, today I ate khichdi, I ate this much khichdi, you put it. So it will tell you वो जितना आपने खिचड़ी खाया उसमें कितना प्रोटीन है, कितना कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, कितना फैट्स है और कितना फाइबर है, वो आपको ब्रेकअप दे देता है. So I was just thinking कि क्या amazing है कि all food items are made up of primarily these four things. Then there are also micronutrients like magnesium, beryllium वगैरह वगैरह अलग अलग है उसमें जाने का नहीं. ये चार में अपना काम हो जाता है. So these four things are present in all food. Protein, carbohydrates, fiber and fat, and all four have a different function. Okay? All food can be classified like this. All food. कुछ भी हो, गुलाब जामुन हो, कुछ भी हो, it is classified like this. So I asked Maharaj this question, thinking I'm asking very intelligent question. सब देख रहे हैं ना कितना अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है मैंने. So I asked Maharaj, and Maharaj, how do we understand this, that Brahma, when he created this, like we are seeing here, he's praying for creative energy and now he's going to create. The subsequent chapters we'll read about the creation. It's unbelievable, the description that is given. It's beautiful. So he's going to create. When he was creating, how he understood that protein, ये तो अभी डिस्कवर हुआ है. Protein, fat, fiber and carbs, ये तो अभी डिस्कवर हुआ है. ये ब्रह्मा जी को कैसे मालूम होगा that you have to create foods that provide protein, that provide fats, carbs and fiber, and the human body, the greatest scientist, the human body takes this food and breaks it up. ह्यूमन बॉडी को अंदर से मालूम पड़ता है. हम लोग को यहाँ पे बड़ा बड़ा इक्विपमेंट डालना पड़ता है टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये प्रोटीन है, ये फैट है, ये फाइबर है. बॉडी के अंदर कोई इक्विपमेंट नहीं है, बट वो समझ जाता है ये प्रोटीन है, ये फाइबर. इट ब्रेक्स इट अप, सेंड्स इट टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी एज नीडेड. हाउ ब्रह्मा जी न्यू ऑल दिस, दैट फूड ऐसा होगा, इसका ब्रेकअप, ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? हाउ डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? सो महाराज के वेरी ब्यूटिफुल आंसर. ही सेड, you cannot understand. He said it is inconceivable. What is the intelligence of the creator, Brahma, who created this material nature, which is doing all these inconceivable things? We cannot even try to understand. वो scope ही नहीं है अपना. अपना दिमाग उतना है ही नहीं. We can never understand. It is inconceivable. So he said the best thing is you understand that you cannot understand. This is what material nature is all about. But that brilliant creator, Brahma, Lord Brahma, that brilliant creator who has created a material nature and all its moving parts, he who has created this material nature which looks like a creator, maintainer and destroyer by itself, one who has created that material nature, he is crediting the Supreme Lord with everything. He says, my Lord, we may see the tree, we may see this fantastic creation with all its constituent parts, but you, my Lord, you are the very root of this huge tree of creation. You are the root. आप ही से सब कुछ निकला है. Everything has come from you. You are hidden, like the root is hidden. When you see a tree, massive tree, you can't see the roots. The roots are all underneath. खाली ऊपर थोड़ा थोड़ा दिखता है, but नीचे is like a huge, it has spread miles sometimes. Those roots are so deep rooted. He says, you are the root, you are hidden, but you are the very source. You are the very maintenance of the tree. And ultimately, you are the destruction also. Prabhupada gives the example, like in government, there are different departments. It's like the BMC. You know, we have the BMC, Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. Okay, I hope there's nobody from BMC here, but I'm not going to say anything bad. Okay, BMC, it is in Mumbai. If anything has to happen, right? Anything has to happen. It cannot happen without the sanction of BMC. BMC needs to allow. Permit के बगैर कुछ नहीं होता है. BMC has to sanction. So creation के लिए भी BMC है. Maintenance of all public utilities and everything that we see in this world. Maintenance is also by BMC. Not world, in the city. All the public utilities, all the services maintained by BMC. And finally, destruction. If they go with bulldozer to destroy, there's nobody who can do anything. तुम कितना भी चिल्लाते रहो, लेकिन मैं इधर पिछले 15 साल से रह रहा हूँ. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. In 1 second, they just come and bulldoze. अधिकृत नहीं है ये. This is not authorized. उड़ा दो. So BMC, whom we never see. Have you ever seen anyone? BMC करके कुछ देखा है क्या? There is an office called BMC opposite VT, which we say is BMC. और BMC के अंदर कौन कॉर्पोरेटर है, उनका क्या है, हमने कभी देखा नहीं है. We vote for them. That is the only time we see them. Otherwise, we never see them. Right? But they, inconceivably, are deciding what is created in this city, what is maintained and what is destroyed. And amongst them, there is a municipal commissioner, who is like the most powerful entity, who is under whom this whole BMC is. Under those BMC, उसमें अलग-अलग, there is sanitation department, there is electricity, water, अलग-अलग departments है. Sanitation के अंदर there is a whole army of sweepers across the city, all working like clockwork. Daily they get up. You may not get up, but they come and by 7 o'clock they start sweeping the streets. Whether they do a good job, bad job, more debatable. But at least they do their job sincerely. करते हैं, अच्छे से करते हैं. So all this is happening because there's someone up there who has designed it all. In the same way, we understand Lord Brahma is saying that you may see so many things in this material world being created, being maintained, being destroyed. Don't be under the misunderstanding it is all material nature. He says Brahma has created this, and he says that the source, the intelligent, super intelligent, most intelligent person in this universe, Lord Brahma is saying that the source, the very root of this material world is the Supreme Lord. So, in this beautiful verse, what do we understand from this? What do we take away from this? First of all, we should understand that at our level also, even though we have come to Krishna consciousness, we have been fortunate enough to read Srila Prabhupada's books, to hear from lectures, we have been fortunate. But still, it is very natural when everything is going well in your life. Life में सब सामान्य अच्छा चल रहा है कि दिन में 3 टाइम खाना आता है, सोने के लिए एक कंफर्टेबल बेड और पिलो है, हाँ, फैन चल रहा है, AC चल रहा है, everything is going on nicely. जॉब में से अभी तक किसी ने AI has not yet taken your job. You still have a job. नौकरी है यार बस, right? When everything is going well, we don't stop to think why it is going well. हम लोग के मन में ये कभी आता ही नहीं कि अरे सब अच्छा चल रहा है, क्यों अच्छा चल रहा है भाई? और डर लगता है पूछने क्यों अच्छा ठीक है, नहीं अच्छा चाहिए, मैं खराब हो जाएगा. We feel afraid to even ask why everything is going well, right? We feel it is happening by my effort. मैं कर रहा है. I have done this, I have created this congregation. I have dressed the deities today. I have done kirtan. I gave the lecture. I tolerated this lecture for 1.5 hours. I am the doer, right? So we feel that we are the doer. We see our effort and we don't see the higher powers that are organizing everything, that are supplying everything. Our ability to sit is governed by higher powers. ऐसा बैठने को भी, my daughter, she has this habit. She sits on the floor and फट से ये जो right foot है उसका ऐसा ऊपर चला जाता है, फट से ऐसा, So I always tell her show off, because I cannot dream of doing this. ऐसा जमीन पे बैठना itself is a big effort. और फिर एक पाँव ऐसा दूसरा पाँव के ऊपर ऐसा लेना, बाप रे, तो बहुत बड़ी बात है मेरे लिए. ऐसे show off. So even the ability to sit cross-legged like this is because material nature is allowing you to do it, right? Something we are able to hear, we are able to see the form of the Lord. Material nature is giving you sense of sight, is giving you sense of hearing. The ability to hear and understand. Material nature is giving your brain to understand. Everything is provided by nature. Everything is provided by Krishna. Then why do we feel that we are so great? हमें ऐसा कैसे ये impression आ जाता है? How? Of course, we have to also see the other aspect of material nature, which is Maya. That she keeps us in this illusion to think that मैं बहुत great हूँ. I'm very great. I came to bhakti so many years back. पता है, you were not even born at that time. तब भी से मैं भक्ति में हूँ. We become so proud. We feel like fools. Actually, if we compare to the greatness of just material nature, we're not even talking of the Supreme Lord. We can realize how insignificant we are. We feel still that I am doing. Prakriti kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankar vimudatma karta ham iti manyate. Prakriti is doing everything. But ahankar vimud atma, moodha, foolish person, because of ego thinks karta aham iti manyate. I am the karta. So we should understand by hearing, we should understand, and we should keep reminding, not just hear once, we should keep reminding ourselves that when even all powerful material nature is not the controller. Material nature, जिसका power हम लोग ने अभी सब we discussed the power of material nature. Material nature is also not the controller. Material nature also maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Daivi esha gunamayi mama maya duratya. Krishna is saying in the Gita that this material nature is under my control. So all powerful material nature which is doing so much, maintaining the cosmos, maintaining our bodies, maintaining everything, when she is flexing to the will of the Lord, we are certainly not the controllers. उसमें कोई शक ही नहीं चाहिए. There should be not even a shadow of doubt in your mind. If you think that I am controller, then we are the biggest fool. Muda, vimuda, complete vimudatma. So we should understand we are not the controllers. Therefore, do what? When we understand that this material world, this cosmic creation that we are seeing, all this fantastic macro and micro creation that we are seeing, we should understand all this is Leela of the Lord. It is the world, the Lord's cosmic plan is manifesting. It will keep manifesting. Bhutva, Bhatva, Praliyate. It will keep creating, it will keep destroying. What is our role? Our role, we have somehow, by Krishna's grace, we have come into the association of devotees. Pata nahi kaise, Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan ji. In this whole Brahmanda,
Brahmite, just traveling all over different species, different planets, universes, पता नहीं कहाँ से घूमते हुए. कौन भाग्यवान जीव, fortunate persons. All of us in this room, those who are listening online, those who are not listening online also, all of us, those who have got connected to Krishna, got connected to Srila Prabhupada, कौन भाग्यवान जीव. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. We have got this Bhakti Lata, this seed, this creeper of Bhakti has been planted in our heart. किसी ने जबरदस्ती हमारे हार्ट में डाल दिया. हमको नहीं चाहिए था. नहीं चाहिए भक्ति. लो तुम, take it. Somehow that has been planted in our heart. So what should we do? Just take shelter. Understand that we may have our own plans, we may have our own ambitions, we may have so many things we want to do in life. Do them, no problem. Do what you have to do. But understand that we are such insignificant part of this material nature. Just take full shelter of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Take full shelter. See, when we are chanting, no, we should not chant to complete our rounds. We should chant thinking that Abhinatva Nama Namini, there is no difference between Krishna and his holy name. Every word, every time you say Hare Krishna, you are associating with the Supreme Lord. Chant with that intensity. Keep reading the scriptures. ये पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो ये सब कहाँ से आएगा? Where we will understand. All this that we spoke is coming from scriptures written by Srila Prabhupada. When we read, then we understand what is this wonderful material nature. Who am I? How insignificant I am. When we read, we understand. Beautiful deities, Shri Radha Gopinath, Shri Nitai Gaurchandra, Shri Gopalji. We have the fortunate to come here to Shri Radha Gopinath temple. मतलब घर से सुनो, मैं ना नहीं कहता, सुनो घर से, अच्छी बात है. अगर नहीं आ पा रहे, बट आ पा रहे तो आ जाओ. There will come a time in your life when you will not be able to come. You will become so old, you will become so invalid. हाथ नहीं चल रहा है, पाँव नहीं चल रहा है, hip is fractured, something. You are not able to come. जब तक आ सकते हो, come. Take shelter. All of us are here because of them. Take shelter of the holy name, take shelter of the Lord, take shelter of scriptures, take shelter of the devotees. And then allow the Lord's wonderful cosmic plan to unfold. Whatever way it unfolds, we accept it. मतलब हम अपनी तरफ से, we have our plans, we do what we do for Krishna. But then whatever result comes, we accept it. That way we can perfect our lives, because material nature के चक्कर में पड़ गए, so we will be completely bewildered. We will just get addicted to that only. We will just see, oh, this is such a beautiful country. We should go to France. We should go to Zambia. We should go to Kenya. We should go to New Zealand. We should go to USA. इसी चक्कर में पड़े रहेंगे. Rather, take shelter of the Lord, take shelter of the devotees, and let the Lord lead your life the way He wants to. So I'll end with that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. We have time, so any one or two questions if anybody has. Any questions or comments anybody would like to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, I was contemplating that since we see that how powerful the material nature is and how she is manifesting the different manifestations, and she's the cause of so many different things. So how do I look at my failures if I'm struggling with something, if I'm not able to do something? So how do I balance that understanding that material nature is all powerful, my determination is less, or what exactly it is?
Yeah, nice question. Actually, at some place, I don't know whether Srila Prabhupada said it or some devotee had said it, I don't remember. They said that when we go with our plans, we make some plans, no, कि I will become this, I will do this, I will start up my company, I will get funding, I will do this, I'll become billionaire. ये सब plans बना के हम लोग भगवान गोपीनाथ जी के सामने जाते हैं ना, then Gopinath ji has a nice laugh, you know, when he sees our plans. अच्छा, oh, that's nice, very good. अच्छा है, सोचो, सोचो. Because as you said, there are 5 elements, right, of that are described in the Bhagavad Gita. Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Prakriti, and Karma, right? So, our karma and our desire are 2 things that determine what consequences we get, right? What is the future? So, if our karma from our previous life, we don't have enough balance, good karma balance, okay? Then in this life, no matter how hard we try, that this life ka karma is not sufficient to get you what you want. It will get you something. It will get you something good. You really worked hard, बहुत मेहनत किया, आपको कुछ तो मिलेगा. लेकिन अगर पिछले जन्म में हम लोगों ने बहुत पाप किया, done lot of sinful activity, or we done no pious activity, then suddenly expecting कि अरे मेरे को मिलना चाहिए, I should get, वो नहीं होता है. It is like a person जो you know टीवी पे देखता है, उसेन बोल्ट क्या भागता है ये बंदा, अमेजिंग, मेरे को भी उसेन बोल्ट बनने का है. अभी he may desire to become Usain Bolt, but maybe this lifetime he'll never make it. वो कितना भी मेहनत करेगा, उसका वो bodily makeup ही नहीं है. Those raw materials are not there in the body. That athletic frame, that height, that power is not there. So you're strongly endeavoring. Maybe he'll become India Maharashtra level champion, state level champion बन गया, national level champion बन गया, but Olympics में qualify भी नहीं हो गया. बहुत मेहनत किया, नहीं हुआ. So karma is too powerful. Like, see, each of these elements that we describe, no, Prakriti, Kala, Karma, all our energies of the Lord, they're too powerful. We can't go against them. Whatever is higher powers have decided for, ordained for us, that is going to happen. But we express our desire to the Lord by our actions. That I want this and I'm putting full mehnat for this. But so this is what is the materialistic understanding. That you put your full mehnat, if your karma backing is there, it may happen, it may not happen. Right? Karma you're doing this life, plus karma of previous life, दोनों मिलके, so भगवान बोलते हैं ये actually तुमको next life में मिलने वाला था, but तुम इतना मेहनत कर रहे हो, चलो ये life में ले लो. प्रकृति में decide. But from a devotional perspective, we understand that whatever we do it for pleasure of Krishna. Now, in that, we may have the highest, aspiration. I want to build another temple for the Lord. I live in Dadar. Dadar में मंदिर नहीं है. दादर में मंदिर बनाएंगे. आपका वो aspiration हो सकता है. And आप उसके लिए पूरा मेहनत करोगे. But if the Lord's desire is not there, it will not happen. The Lord's desire is there, it will happen. Our philosophy is yad karoshi, yad ashnashi, yad josi, dadasi, yad tapasasi kaunteya, tad kurusham madarpan. We do it for Krishna. And then karmandevadikaraste mahaphaleshu kadachana. Do it for Krishna. Do it to the best of your ability with full ambition. Do it for Krishna. But mahaphaleshu kadachana. Don't be attached to the fruits. Because we cannot fight with karma. We cannot fight with material nature. If the Lord decides कि इसका कर्मा नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं, दे दो, इसका desire अच्छा है, material nature will provide. If the Lord says no, this is not good for his bhakti, आप चाहे जितना मेहनत कर लो नहीं मिलेगा. So at some point we have to accept कि yeah, this is not working out. All right, let me give it up. Let me find something else for my life. For that we need guidance. We keep taking guidance from senior devotees. Then we'll know what is appropriate for us and what is not appropriate. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any other questions, comments? Yes, Mati. Mike is coming.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. We hear the philosophy that whatever is happening bad or good in our life, it is due to our own karma. But when miseries happen and then we are not able to actually live by that philosophy. So what to do with that?
Yeah, so we hear that what is good and what is bad is happening by our by our karma, but when it actually bad things happen, we find it tough to accept कि ये मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ. Yeah, so for those who don't know the philosophy, they suffer even more. Those who know the philosophy that हाँ ये कहीं तो मेरा ही कर्म है जो मुझे आके काट रहा है. Prabhupada used to say that don't be upset with the instrument of your own karma. अगर आपको लाइफ में बहुत सफरिंग मिल रहा है, you got a bad boss, you got a bad wife, you got a bad husband, you got bad children, you got bad friends, you got bad health, आदि आत्मिक, आदि भौतिक, आदि देविक, तीनों क्लेश एक साथ डस रहे आपको. So as devotees we can understand that this is my karma. No point in being upset about it. Accept it and take deeper shelter of Krishna. Understand material world is a miserable place. Material world is a miserable place. With all its fantastic design and everything, material world is meant to frustrate us. It is a miserable place. So यहाँ पे permanent residence बनाने का plan ही मत बनाओ. Plan ही मत बनाओ कि नहीं मैं यहाँ पे somehow I'll adjust my situation. You will adjust something. You know, it is like आपके, you know, if you क्या एग्जाम्पल दूँ मैं, लाइक यू ट्राई टू एडजस्ट वन थिंग कि यार रूम बहुत गर्म हो रहा है तो एसी थोड़ा कम करते हैं, एसी का टेम्परेचर कम करते हैं. एसी का टेम्परेचर कम कर रहे हैं, सम पीपल स्टार्ट शिवरिंग, तो चलो एसी थोड़ा वापस बढ़ाते, सम पीपल स्टार्ट स्वेटिंग. नो मैटर व्हाट यू डू देयर विल बी समवन हु इज सफरिंग. चाहे जो कर लो, वो अपने कर्म के हिसाब से एवरीवन इज सफरिंग. So therefore, from a devotional perspective, while we may not be able to tolerate the pain that is there, Krishna is telling us to tolerate only. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna does not say to Arjuna ki, take shelter of me, sab changa hoga, life badhiya hogi, just take shelter of me. He says, matra sparshas tu kaunteya, shitoshna sukha dukkada, agama apayano nityas, tam stitiksha svabhara. He says, you please tolerate. Like coming and going of winter and summer seasons, happiness and distress will also come and go. It doesn't tell Arjun कि मेरे साथ रहे खुश रहेगा. He says no, you learn to tolerate, please. Tolerate तो करना ही पड़ेगा. So more we hear, more we chant, more we take shelter of devotees who are sthita prajna, who are stable despite all suffering, we get the strength to tolerate the miseries in our life. The more we take shelter of the holy names, we get the mental strength to take, to continue to take shelter and to tolerate the miseries that come in our life. So as devotees, we are very privileged people, मतलब एकदम अपना एक अलग privilege है life में कि अपने को ये सब मालूम है. Outside world doesn't know it. Therefore, it is our duty to go and give it to them. We have to try to give this bhakti, whatever little, 4 पैसा, 8 पैसा, जो भी है अपने पास, किसी को बांटो. Those who are suffering in this miserable material world, we can give them the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. We can give them the nectar of Srila Prabhupada's purports. And like our lives have become auspicious, we can make their lives auspicious also. Hare Krishna. So I'll end with this. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.